Indian economy concept and the idea to achieve that, as Mr. Rajat was talking about, right now the state GDP is somewhere around 8%, and you have to touch 27% to go to that particular level. That's a huge jump. And the government cannot do it alone until, because it doesn't have expertise, it can come out with greater policy framework, it can create conducive social and other environment for industry to grow. From a collaboration perspective, how do you look at the role of the private companies also in terms of these big ticket projects where a state is thinking to have a complete overhaul of what it has been able to achieve over the years?
Thank you for the question. Yes, first of all, I want to share my experience. Just a few months back, I was the chairman of BRICS International Forum, Mrs. Purnima Anand, in Novosibirsk. That is the first smart city in Russia, and exists completely in the forest in the Siberia. And when President of France, Charles de Gaulle, visited this particular place, which was installed in USSR time, he completely understands that France should repeat this experience to collect all scientists together and create smart city in France. And come back to the point of sustainability, development, and environment. I want to tell, I absolutely agree with the speaker before, previous speaker, that we should transform inform to, we should come from point of inform and perform to transform. What is the meaning? First of all, we're talking about the model of economy of future. Right now, we know that some particular lobby, international lobby of oil and gas exists in the economy. For example, Russia right now is the number one supplier of oil, crude oil to India, which is a good achievement. But I am completely believe that relationship between our countries can be in another level, because our country is very famous of scientific research, scientific achievements. And if we will together make some strong collaboration with India in this field, for example, I bring to this forum Mr. Salim from United Emirates, and he start with a project of the car on hydrogen energy. When we're talking about the economy of future, trillions economy, we're talking about numbers. We should also think a little bit about balance between quantity and quality. For example, Uttar Pradesh is a very famous place regarding the ancient scripture. Garuda Purana mentions that only 7 spiritual influence places in Bharatavarsha which can give you moksha, like spiritual freedom. And 3 of these places exist in your state. It's Mathura, Ayodhya, and Varanasi. That's why it's a special state of spiritual energy. And your chief minister, Mr. Yogi, has some special vision of strategic development of your country and mission, global mission of India. For example, we can see such a beautiful speech of your Prime Minister Narendra Modi on J20. And we can see that today India is a mediator in the dialogue between the West and the East. And that's why we can see that economy of Uttar Pradesh, it is a strategic platform of development of all India. And come to the point of your questions of the private company. Of course, me personally, like a president of International Diplomatic Club, want to develop our mission in India. That's why I stay in India a few months, and I will be happy to open my also chapter here in Uttar Pradesh, because we already open in Hyderabad and Bangalore. And I can see that we can bring some interesting scientific innovation startup projects here. We can bring some also investment with a partnership of the government of Uttar Pradesh. And we can also prepare some special forums. For me, it's more interesting because I'm in spirituality and I came here from Vrindavan, which also part of Uttar Pradesh. I did my Vrajamandala Parikrama, and I'm Krishna Bhakta. That's why for me it's your state is a special, I can say, the motherland of all spirituality. And from my point of view, if we will make a balance between economy, achievements, and numbers, and human qualities, that is the most strategic vision to approach all the aims and goals of sustainable development. That is the role of India today. That is a special vision of your country, mission of your country. Because we can see that the western part of the world right now is in the crisis. It's not crisis, financial crisis or industrial crisis. It's crisis of morality. We can see, we can fix it. It's a crisis of justice, of all main ethics qualities of the human beings. That's why I am completely believe that friendship and deep relationships between our country can give new vision, new agenda of economy of the future civilization, which will be in balance of some numbers and achievements, material achievements, and spiritual transformation we can see. We come to the point of to be transformed, because spiritual knowledge is not about inform, it's knowledge about to be transformed. And for me, it's a big responsibility to bring the private company. We already start to do it. Next exhibition of Technoprom, which is the #1 industrial innovation exhibition in Russia, will be next year. We want to bring also Indian companies there to the smart city. Akademgorodok, it's like a scientific first smart city in Russia. And also want to bring all delegation for that smart city to India. And for me, it's big honor, particularly bring this delegation to Uttar Pradesh. And that is my point of view. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.